Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a TruthENTFilms.com presentation. We are aware, awoke, alive. We exist to bring you a fresh perspective on today's hot button issues. This is the Triple A Podcast with your hosts, Tia McCrary and Jamar B.V. Harris.
We back. I don't even know what episode this is, but it's the Triple A Podcast, and it's
78. Episode 78.
I'm Black D. That's D80, and we got Dialo Bandz, aka Pastor Bendover, BKA motherfucking Mr. Poo Poo, aka Mr. Bendover B, also known as Big Spank Dog. You hear me? Yo, check out also tonight. We still on for dropping that Bucket Naked tonight.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna drop that Bucket Naked podcast tonight. Yo, welcome back. Unfortunately, my co-host, my usual partner in crime, my road dog Tia, is out of town visiting Greg during visitation. She can't make it. She's down in Mexico, so she gonna kill me for telling y'all where she really at. But you know, she seen the Browns play last night and got emotional and missed that nigga. And she was like, I gotta go get back my man. And she jumped on the first flight and went to go see Greg. I was like, oh man, I said, don't get caught smuggling no contraband in no Mexican prison.
Man, on the next
Yo, what up, Diallo? You ain't no stranger to the show, so welcome back. D80 as always, brother.
Yeah.
Yo, before we deep dive into it, because this is a special one, and this is something that all of us on the main topic is on something that is real near and dear to all of us in our heart when it comes to hip hop. And before we jump into that, I'm gonna go ahead and let Dialo Bandz tell you what he's been working on, what he got new, what's going on his end. You also check out the shirt, check out the merch, Jetfly Clothing.
That shirt is crazy, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, for all it's unisex. So it's for women and men. It's unisex. You can't see when a man don't say he give head, he coochie. You know what I'm saying? But it's a unisex shirt because it's all the head and the mouth is on. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
With this, you know.
Hey, you gotta capitalize. You gotta capitalize on that. That everybody's saying that munch shit since that Ice Spice chick came out. That munch, where you gotta capitalize on that, making some shirts for that.
I got you.
Yeah. So besides the merchandise, brother, and deep throat conversations with you and Kiki, and bro, this dude is taking over TikTok too. Even on TikTok, his views has been crazy.
Okay. I gotta try to follow people because I just got one. Oh, you just got your TikTok?
You just got a TikTok?
Yeah, somebody made me do it. I'm serious. Hey, you know what? I like TikTok because I don't know if they're authentic views, but it seems like you get more views and more comments on TikTok than you do on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like Facebook, I don't know what it is about Facebook, man. It's like people, they'll watch your shit 1,000 times and won't say nothing and won't like nothing. But with TikTok, man, it just keep your shit. It's basically like a big reel, and it just keep it. And when you keep scrolling, you just run past shit. And if you like it, you click on it, you watch it. So I kind of like it a little better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I gotta really check it out. But I just literally got the account, so I don't know how to do anything literally. Yeah, it's more for just making content. You know what I'm saying? Creative content. So. Yeah. It could be anything like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's used a little differently. Okay.
Sweet. Bro, what else we got going on for new with the Truth Entertainment world? Anything on the film front?
Yeah, for sure. Come October, Lord willing and the creek don't rise. We start filming Walls of Jade. Finally, it's been a long time coming. We've persevered. We, lost Malcolm because he's out in LA, shooting the series 2, season 2 of the Showtime Lakers.
He got on that?
Yeah, HBO picked him up.
Whoa!
Yeah. He's out there shooting that now, which is why he can't be here to do Walls of Jade with us. Which I'm kind of mad because he was District Attorney Anthony James in the film, and he was doing it, man. And unfortunately he had to go, but we got to replace him. As soon as we get that replacement, we can start filming. But yeah, so that's coming up. And of course, Down in the Valley going down, just almost done writing it, man. Still trying to get those Jamie Melton scenes right.
Shout out to Jamie
I'm trying to get it going, but we'll see.
On season 2 for Queens of Attitude is coming. As we said before, we lost 2 members, Nikki and Mo. Queen Nikki and Queen Mo. So Mo is still with us. She's just sticking to her behind the scenes thing she's going to handle and take care of. So that's popping. We got Deep Throat Conversations doing this thing with Mr. Bendova and Kiki. Pussy Talks as usual. CL was out there being a monster.
Kiki on what?
She's on Queens and she's on Deep Throat.
Okay. I'm
okay,
I got you. How's that? That's energy's good.
Yeah, her and Miguel on Deep Throat. They make that.
That's my little sister, man. We like that's my little sister.
Okay.
Hey, you call her his little sister, but she older than him and taller than him.
Okay.
But so we got that going. We got It's a Hard Knock Life podcast. I believe Annie's doing her thing. Annie's still doing her thing and getting better. You said what?
I need to talk to her. You just reminded me that.
Oh yeah. Product of the 80s. I got an interview going to drop probably in the next week or so. I got a couple farmers lined up. I'm gonna go ahead and educate some of my brethren about
the Farmville.
The Farmville, man. Like how we missing out.
You talking about actual farming or the farm?
Actual farming, like actual owning land or renting land from farmers and renting land from people who own the land and farming on it and making money, and how much money and how many government write-offs and how much these farmers are actually making. We missing out. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to be able to. I love anytime it's an opportunity to open up our people to maybe lost art, and also it's an opportunity for not being so reliant. Learn how to not be so reliant on a government, on a system, on grocery stores and everything else. Like I remember growing up, and I don't know if you remember, but the crib we had on Republic, it was a little farm out there behind that garage that we knocked the back wall down on. But it was a little small, not farm, but it was a little small garden. Right.
Okay, I was like, it wasn't a farm. What you talking
about? It was a little small garden right back there. Okay, yeah. And I just remember having squash and all kind of other different things, other vegetables and everything back there. So
apple trees.
I feel like us as a people period, but us as a people definitely need to get back to learning how to be self-sufficient.
Say something about that.
What?
In 2017, I went to the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. I took a bunch of kids there for the Lot Carey youth retreat, right?
Right.
This is the part of Maryland that's in the ocean, because it's like a little
cold, like a cold like thing, yeah.
Yeah. So you got to take about 7 bridges to get out there. Not sure if you guys have ever been out there, but it's a different world. But here's the issue. So I'm driving through. I'm on my 9th hour, so I'm tired. I'm just like whatever. And it's farmland as far as the eye can see. It's all flat. It's just, and you see these houses on top of the land, but whatever. So we're riding past, and the one thing I noticed is this black people tilling this land, and I'm like, man, we still in slavery, man. Like, wow. But I know, follow me. I'm like, man, we can't own these bad boys. I'm talking to the lady that was with me. I'm like, man, this is messed up. And then we rode past a house on like maybe 20 acres. It was like right in the middle. And we saw black people on the porch just kind of hanging out. And I'm like, hold up.
They own this. They own this.
They own this.
They own my nigga.
So we get to the school, and the University of Maryland Eastern Shore has $100 million aeronautics building.
Damn.
Off of farmland. Like it when you see it, it's the most amazing thing you ever see. I mean, granted, because it's like only thing out there, but it's just like
right.
How these you have HBCUs that can't afford in plumbing. They have $100 million. It's an HBCU, by the way.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that. And to see the things that they have out there, Jamar, man, and this is off of farming. It's an agricultural college. So
that's dope.
What you're saying, man, that only furthers what I saw. It was amazing. I cried. I ain't gonna lie, I cried. Like,
bro, I love to see. That is an emotional moment because I love to see. I love progress, period, by anybody, any race, whatever case. But I love to see our people definitely progress because I learning the history, learning the struggle, and learning the struggle. Speaking in past tense, the struggle we are still going through now today, as far as even us with ourselves, and to see where we're going and where we have come from, it's awesome. It's like it's amazing, man. It's the independent spirit, the business mentality, and yeah, sure, it's a trend. So everybody and their mama who black gotta lash his business now or selling bundles.
Yeah, or I'm gonna say this though, Jamal, like I'll tell you the truth. Sitting on that campus, talking to them young kids, showing them this, and I know this is gonna sound crazy because we all know this, but it just at that moment it just really hit me. I'm like, man, they done lied to me, man. Like somebody done lied. like somebody need to tell me who I am. Like they didn't say black people did this in this country. You know what I'm saying? Like these people.
We lost that
in the 1800s.
Right. We lost that because we're the one. When they say we built America, we built America. Yeah. With these hands, we built America, but we chased a dream so much for everything else that we stayed away from the very fabric of what we use and the skills we learned and the trades we have that made this country great.
Right. Yeah, but is that our fault?
Yes and no. I think you have to have some source of some sense of accountability along the way. But how about this? You can still be a victim and play a role into you becoming a victim or you staying a victim. You know what I'm saying? Like I was before we get into this main thing, it was a dope thing, and I know how everybody feel about Charleston White. But this brother said some dope shit today. He was like, our biggest enemy when he was growing up was like the white people, right? You know what I'm saying? The fight for him when he was growing up, fighting against them was his biggest enemy. Like he said, he went to prison, he got out of prison, and he was seeing like with the whole gang thing, and like their whole mentality went from black people kind of coming together, joining gangs with Panthers and everything else to fight against the enemy, the opposition, to all of a sudden it was like, yo, join a gang to kill them niggas, to kill the people who look like you, to kill the people who don't have shit like you don't have shit. And he was like, I couldn't understand it. And he was like, that's what turned me off from gangs. He was like, that's what turned me off from wanting to join. Like I was young, I didn't know no better. And they say the human brain doesn't fully develop until you're 25.
The male human brain.
The male human brain doesn't fully develop until you're 25. And he was saying, and he used the old boy Quando Rondo. He was like, they, even though we're grown, they're still babies at that age, and our babies are being traumatized. And so that's why it's so easy for them to join a gang, and that's why it's so easy for them to be a part of this shit, because they're still thinking with their raw emotion. So when their friend get killed, when they're 13, 14 by this dudes on the other block, this other gang, they're like, yo, I hate them niggas. They killed somebody I love. And it's all raw emotion. And he was like, when Quando Rondo friend got killed in LA, and he's like, and he was sitting there, they got him on camera crying and screaming and everything. And he asked the dude that was interviewing him, he said, did you see a grown man? Did you see a gangbanger, a rapper, or did you see a baby out there crying because they lost somebody that they love? The old boy that was interviewing was like, I seen a boy out there crying over somebody lost. He's like, that's trauma. He's like, but these is what our young men are seeing, our young boys are seeing at an early age. They're losing friends 12, 13, 14, and no one's giving, so they could, and they're just trauma, undiagnosed trauma, untaken care trauma that's getting more trauma, and it's continuing. And he's like, man, he's like, these are babies out here killing babies, and it's gonna continue like that because we not doing, we just don't, we don't know what to do to fix it, and I don't think we care enough yet to fix it. And it was crazy. And I mean, I look at the shit me and you seen. Like growing up, when they beat old boys' ass in the parking lot, stripped them butt ass naked at the brand basketball court. Stripped dude, remember the courts over there, bend over?
Harding.
Behind Harding.
Mm-hmm.
Strip dude, beat him, jump, playing basketball, something happened, blah, blah, blah. They beat his ass, stripped him butt ass naked with nothing but his socks. And his ass go running up the street, out the parking lot, and up towards Belmont Ave. Nothing but socks on. And me and him, like, what, 11, 12, maybe?
Yeah,
and we seeing the whole thing happen. Like, you like sure. But you would think that should be that's not regular shit you're supposed to see in life. But we're so traumatized, we normalize that crazy shit. We normalize a dude getting shot in front of us.
Niggas die every day, B.
Huh?
What your boy say niggas die every day, B.
Niggas die every day, B. But we normalize it, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy. It's like, and I just don't know. That part I don't know is how do we get to that point where we just started to normalize the hate, the vitriol, the disrespect, the violence on one another, where we don't care.
Well,
it's not that we don't care, we're just numb to
it. Going back to trauma, and you're right, because like a year after that, I had moved back to Cleveland, right? And my mother's husband at the time was beefing with his niece's boyfriend. He was a drug dealer, and he didn't like him because of the stuff that he was doing. So the drug dealer eventually got busted, went back to my grandmother's house, and they arrested him there. So they considered that house condemned because they thought he was selling crack out of it, whole 9 yards. So one night, he gets out of jail. He comes to drop off Lisa. He has to park a block away because he don't want George to see him. I should have said the name. He didn't want my stepfather to see him, but my stepfather saw him. He went and got his AK, and everybody in the house like, "Oh, what's about to happen? What's about to happen?" And I kid you not, Jamar. I walk. I'm in the driveway, walking towards the front of the house. My stepfather's coming out the front door, so I'm coming as he's coming out. I'm looking up. He's got his rifle cocked. Blah, 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 just letting off at Marcus's car. Marcus' window, so he's hitting reverse, trying to like peel out backwards, reverse, and not get shot. And we just sitting here like, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm watching the bullet shells drop in front of me because he's on the porch, and it's like keek, 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 keek. And I'm excited. I'm having fun. I'm like, wow, this is the shit. Oh my gosh. And again, that gave me thoughts about guns and how to maneuver and do things because it was exciting. But at the time you don't know that. You just like, oh wow, this is crazy. But what it does is it opens up your psyche to something totally that you should never even be thinking about as a 12-year-old kid. So now, of course, now I'm thinking about, where can I get one? How can I get a gun? Where can I go shooting? You know, I should be worried about, pimples and girls.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? What y'all now sitting here and think about it. The shit is actually sad, right? Because depending on your level of income is going to determine how you pretty much go through life, right? Like for an example, like I remember when I moved up to Ohio when I was 8. Like my auntie lived in the Camel Projects, bro. The Jets, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so when you living in an environment like that, you sleep to gunshots and gun sounds. You know how to move. You know how to move and shit. And it's like, but why a kid, 11, 12-year-old, have to learn how to move like that? Like, why a person just can't go through life and just be, and that's why when you have those friends from the other side of town, when they come, you be like, hey, bro, you can't be doing that shit over here, dog. They be kind of lost to the fact. You know what I'm saying? Because they live a whole nother lifestyle and what's going on. And like I say, that shit, bro, to be honest, bro, that shit is fucking sad, bro. And as an adult, when you have kids, it's like you try to move your kids out from that environment. You know what I'm saying? But now all of a sudden you're a sucker now. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, if you don't get people together collectively, you can't change what's going on in your neighborhood by yourself. So
it takes a collective.
Yeah, people just move out. You know what I'm saying? Get to the point where they move out, man. But I think it's real sad that at an age like with us, because I remember, to make a long story short, I think it was my last year at Rand. I was supposed to be going out, meeting some people out in the front, but something told me to go around the back. And like 5 minutes later, somebody got shot up, and I think he bled out in the auditorium and shit. The last day of school, my 12th grade year and shit like that, man.
Damn.
Even when we went from the east side to the north side, like niggas from the east side was getting beat every day, dog. Like only thing that say people from not fucking with me because I played sports for Rand. Hey, no, that's Miguel. He on the baseball team. He cool with Quentin and them boys, man. No, he be straight. Go get that nigga. Like I'm seeing this shit. Like damn. If it wasn't for this, I could have been that nigga getting laid out, getting my shoes took, my clothes, and all that shit. It had got so bad because the way this niggas catch the city bus down the corner to the point they say, you know what, we got to put these kids on regular buses and get them up out of here. Like that shit was wild my 9th grade year. And 99 going to Rand, dog. Yeah. Like niggas was on some other shit, dog. Like
my senior year, man. My senior year, yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy that that's crazy to think about and remember that. Like I can remember like numbing to losing friends in high school, becoming numb to it. Like especially, and then the rumors start, and you can hear of a certain dude that had a beef with a certain dude. This dude might be the killer of that dude, but he back at school like a week later. They're going to school, but the rumors going around is like that nigga did it, or that nigga was with the niggas who did it.
All right.
And it's crazy because just like for you, sports, especially if you're good in sports, will save your life. Niggas will leave you alone because you know how to. You can throw a football, run a football, or you can hit a baseball, or you can hoop. Like I went from being picked on to like getting a Rand and playing, being pretty decent at Rand and whatnot, to where like, yeah, your football teammates you still clown or whatever case with them, but everybody else kind of just like leave you. All the street dudes and whatnot leave you alone. Crazy part though, most of the crazy ass street niggas I play little league with. So I know them from Little League. So they out there beefing with someone. So I've been at parties. Coming back to in my late teens, early 20s. I've been at parties with niggas with brothers I played football with. And they be there and they be like, yo, you might want to go ahead and dip out. shit about to get wild. Shit about to get crazy here. And I was raised smart enough to not be questioning, like, okay, why? I'm like, yo, let's do it. Like, look at my homies, like, let's go.
Thanks.
But it's weird because even though it hasn't, some stuff has been done to us, but we've been around it. That's trauma. But us, even as grown men, like, we know we're numb to it. Like, that's not normal for humans. It should not be normal.
Right. That's crazy, man. It really is crazy. It's sad. It's sad though, bro. It's really sad, bro.
It is sad. Let's jump into this thing with definitely got me pissed off with something that's changed, motivated, inspired, impacted us positively and negatively. Just an escape for some of us, hip hop. And the comments DJ Akademiks made about calling hip hop pioneers dusty ass broke dudes, and why these young kids shouldn't listen to or don't, or whatever case, won't listen to these hip hop pioneers and these guys beforehand. And it's like, why should they when they're dusty and broke? And I'll let you go first, bro. Da, when you seen the clip, when you got the clip and you checked it out, like, just from what Akademiks said, I'm gonna go to you with Gail next on just that part. When you first heard what Akademiks said, what went through your mind?
Just the luxury of being ignorant. If you have that specific luxury, you can kind of say what you want. You build your opinions off of whatever's around you, and what's old is old, and you know, it ain't. Because I remember having that kind of an opinion, not necessarily about like people being broke, but I remember in the early '90s, I was looking at people like Kumo D and not LL. I mean Kumo D, Big Daddy Kane, those guys, like, oh, they old school. That's not it. You know,
right?
And, you know, it's boom.
But I don't think you had a disrespect to it though.
Right. Yeah. Right. But I was just, from that perspective, I was just thinking that, you know, it's new school stuff. Y'all was the past. Go rest off in the sunset somewhere and let us do our thing, in a sense.
Right.
But hearing his perspective, I just thought about the luxury of being ignorant. That's all. I didn't get upset about it, but it was just like, oh yeah, he's an ignorant guy. You can enjoy that.
Yeah. What about you, Mr. Pastor Bendover, aka Dialo? I'm asking Dialo Bandz because that's the artist.
I feel like, you know, it's disrespectful, but I'm gonna get to it. But this is how he's made his whole platform of being ignorant and disrespectful. So I just expect him to be the way it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people don't want to hear the truth of the matter because the lie is more interesting. You know what I'm saying? Of things. Mm-hmm. So, you know, so that's just him, dog. But at the same time, by the time we living in, nobody has no respect for anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? There's no respect for anything. And what the reason why I said disrespectful and why I kind of felt some type of way, because you got guys who made a platform and motherfuckers who making all the money they make. So in a sense, me personally, if I blew up like that and these older rappers were still alive, I feel like I have to pay some type of homage to people who even get the money that I'm fucking making. Like, I was watching something with Gilly the Kid when he was out and the Hot Boys was coming out. He was like, it was unheard of, motherfuckers making $10,000 a show, not even that. You know what I'm saying? And these dudes coming straight out the gate making $100,000 a show, and they only been out a month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, I feel like that's a disrespect for all the people who came before him. You know what I'm saying? Like, something has to start somewhere to get where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So to be totally out disrespectful, I mean, he be trying to make points, but he don't break his points down, and he just make himself look ignorant as fuck to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in a sense, he be making sense, but he don't be making sense. It's like it's a way you can say any and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought it was just disrespectful for people who had to put the work in, who ain't capitalized off. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody else is capitalizing off. So that's how I felt about the shit.
I can agree with you on that. My perspective was I was at the only word, not the only word, the biggest word that kept replaying in my head is the same word that my brother said, ignorance. Yeah. And it's just to hear him say that, and I was like, how can you, regardless of how I feel about KRS-One, or Kool Mo D, or Ice-T, or Grandmaster Caz, or Grandmaster Flat, all those Kool Herc, all those guys, regardless of how I feel about their music, there is a respect factor. It's in. I just like you. You can't tell me. Wait, let me not say that. My feelings, my personal feelings is you should not be allowed to profit, gain, live off, be a part of any art form if you can't respect the foundation of that art form. Like if you can't, like it just, to me, it's blasphemy. So when you're that ignorant and you make that statement, but you make a living off of hip hop, I hate to say it, because I know we want to scream youth and whatnot, but these kids are so. I'll wait for that part. That part I'm about to say. I'll say this. To hear that, all I can think about was ignorance, and I hate it when people just don't appreciate or respect the art form. Right. You ain't gotta know like every rapper. You ain't even gotta. I don't even like KRS-One. I don't even listen to nothing KRS-One does, but I know he's a legend. When I say I don't listen, like if you put on KRS-One, I'm not gonna want to hear it. But
well, he's a part of the foundation, though. He's a part of a foundation.
He's a part of.
I was literally just listening to him today.
Right, but I know he's part of the foundation. I know he's a pivotal moment and part of the collective to this art form that I love. And so it's like, like I know he's top 50, regardless of how I feel about him personally.
Yeah.
It's just when it goes with the art form. That's why when people argue
like that.
Yeah, I'm not a KRS. Listen, if you, bro, I don't know. But again, I'm the same guy. I love hip hop. I love music, period, but I love hip hop. I'm the same guy. You can ask me what's my personal top 50 of hip hop, and you can ask me who do I feel should be top 50 hip hop. Me personally, is KRS-One in my top 25 or 50? No, that I listen to. But if you say overall for hip hop, is KRS-One top 50 for just over my personal feelings, but just love for the culture, love for the art form? Fuck yes, KRS-One, because its impact is that. I don't care what people say. MC Hammer, because of the impact. The same thing all them rappers clown him before, calling him a sellout with all these endorsement deals and stuff. All of them do it now, including Ice Cube, and the rest of the rappers that was dissing him.
Right. I mean, Ice Cube ain't dance, man. Like he ain't dance, but I feel you. But dance was a part of hip hop in the beginning. Break dancing, all that stuff. The mentality changed.
But listen, I'm gonna say this. Like, he was a clown ass nigga to me, but he showed you a different way. You can make more money in the game. I've never seen nobody perform like MC Hammer.
You talking about MC Hammer?
Yeah.
So when you was a kid watching You Can't Touch This, he looked like a clown?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying people looked at him as a clown ass nigga.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying that. No, not me. I'm saying that's how a gangster rapper will look at him like, who this clown ass nigga?
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, who this sellout over there dancing like a jiggle for the white folks? Yeah.
He changed the whole aspect of it. Like, hey, bro, you can make money doing this shit. Like MC Hammer used to perform about 500 niggas on stage, bro.
He really
And
did.
but we didn't know no better because the gangster rappers told us he was a fucking sellout when this dude went broke trying to provide dudes from the hood jobs.
Yeah.
By being too generous. The furthest thing from a sellout, it was like, yo, like, but that's part of the culture. And that's the I guess that's the next part is Akademiks' thought process is hip hop's fault. Because at some point we chase, you know how it is, bro. Like if the money is all that matters to you and the value, you keep pushing that and pushing that and pushing that, then all people are going to do is just chase the money and never chase the art form. Like there's a difference. When I hear Dialo Bandz, I hear a dude who is not just doing the music because he wants to get rich off of it. Like there's a love for the art form. I hear that. And even me and my bro was doing it, it was like, yo, like the best music we made was when we wasn't trying to formulate a way to come up with some shit to get played on radio, but to just go out there and just actually just like, yo, let's just rap. Like, let's just make an album off of the shit that we just love rap. We want to make sure our bars is tight. We want to make sure we don't look like sellouts. We want to just talk about what we sat down and just really just stop trying to chase a song to get signed and start making music to just make music. It's different, bro. Your energy, your vibe, your creative spirit is a lot different. Like, so, but hip hop has taught us to chase cash.
Yeah. Right about this.
So I guess I'll ask Dialo Bandz this next question. Did you get a chance to see LL's response to him?
Nah, I ain't get to see that. when I ain't gonna lie, I was actually driving when I heard that DJ Akademiks dumb shit. I almost threw my phone, man. I'm like, this motherfucker tripping. Yeah, man, that shit. I don't like dealing with ignorance. But I ain't get to hear the LL response.
LL did it in a G way, man. I know. So I let my brother answer first, and then I'll go off of it. Did you get? You got to hear LL's response?
Yeah, I agree, but I disagree. It's a reason at the end of that. Well, again, this is the clip you sent me, so I don't know particular everything that LL said. But it's a reason at the end of that video where DJ Envy told Charlemagne to reach out to Akademiks to make sure he talked to him about it, because it's levels to this. And what I say that is LL spoke on a higher level than I believe that Akademiks is
capable, or maybe he's just not mature wise there yet in life.
Yeah, because and I think DJ Envy realized that when Akademiks hears it, all he gonna hear is, "Oh man, forget that. Forget that nigga. I don't gotta hear what he didn't talk to him in a way that is relatable. It's relatable to us because we matured enough to understand what he's talking about. But I don't believe DJ Akademiks is gonna hear what he's saying and be like, oh wow, yeah, I get that. No, he's not. So that's why I believe at the end when Envy was like, hey man, just like DJ Kid Capri reached out to me because of whatever. You should reach out to him because he needs to understand it. And what LL said was actually, it was good what he said. It was right on point. It was for the culture, but it wasn't for Akademiks.
Yeah. Everything you say is I love what LL said, but you're right.
It was like a high level view, man. And,
high level, yeah. It's what I'm saying. It's like when somebody give you that game and you're like, but if you're not mature enough, you're not ready for it. You're not ready for it. And Akademiks responded to LL and Uncle Rush because Russell Simmons.
Yeah, I didn't see
the response to Russell. You don't want to see it because it's just going to piss you off. In the most major way, because his only response he had to Russell's. Actually, should I ask you your opinion on Russell Simmons' response? Because I don't think Miguel got to see either one of them yet. But should I ask you D80, your opinion on Russell Simmons' response before I respond to what Akademiks responded to both of them?
Yeah, because now to me, I thought Uncle Russ's response was something that Akademiks could understand because it came in such a positive way, and he related to the millions with the yachts and having money and having cars and clothes and all that. He, I don't hardly remember all that, but I remember my first Cold Crush concert I went to. I remember the first record I bought. I remember that feeling it gave me hearing Grandmaster Cass say, and he like the energy he brought with that video to me was just so positive and radiating that I'm thinking like if Akademiks actually cares to see it, that'll resonate because it should resonate with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But to hear, I mean, again, I didn't hear his response, but from the vibe I'm getting from you, it's just that's sad.
His response was like, "Fuck that shit. You got you feel you want to talk to me, whatever case. Let's talk about all them sexual assault cases and rape cases women got against you. You want to talk all of this instead of addressing and keeping it about hip hop because he felt so pinned down and he knew he knows he has no response to it. So his only thing was to attack the character of Russell Simmons. For LL, he can,
Akademiks on drugs?
I don't think so. He drinks a lot. He drinks a lot of Hennessy like somebody else I know. Hey, look at me. Hey, bent over. I'm gonna see this nigga. I don't like that. Hey, I wish I had that clip of your boy eating a banana. I don't like that. I'm dropping down with that nigga.
Oh, Tyron Turner?
Yeah. Hey, no, Miguel just
the illest nigga out of Nebraska.
Ben Dover just did a skit on this thing. I gotta send you that. Bro, this dude got the wig on.
That's my favorite part. That is my favorite part of that damn movie.
Yeah, it is.
Oh
but he just Akademiks had no words really nothing too crazy for LL.
Yeah.
But Russ, all he could do was just attack. Like, yo, let's do a sit down. But I'm gonna answer your questions about hip hop, but I need you to answer your questions about all these women alleging that you raped them, blah 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 blah, all this stuff. And it was like, yo, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, we gonna talk about hip hop or we not? And if you're not gonna talk about hip hop on you got a hip hop platform and you calling out hip hop artists, and then two pioneers, two of the guys who are responsible for you even fucking existing in this atmosphere of hip hop. And bro, without no Russell Simmons, there is no Jay-Z. There is no LL Cool J. There is no so many of these artists that have come either through Def Jam or come through people who formerly worked at Def Jam who went out to start their own labels.
Yeah.
Like, we all know Uncle Rush got his own issues and stuff like that, but we also still know what he contributed in the role he played. Bro, Def Jam is the holy grail of hip hop.
Yeah, and didn't you say Mr. C?
Did he bring up Mr. C? I don't hope he didn't bring up Mr. C. No, somebody else commented. DJ Funk Flex and somebody else commented on it.
Okay.
But as we jump off of that, I had a question.
Wait. No, I think I didn't want to because I wanted to add to what Miguel had said before. Now that I hear his from you telling me his response to Russ's video,
yeah,
I'm gonna kind of lean towards what Miguel was saying as far in the beginning, as far as okay, yeah, this is his thing, to say things to get it stirred.
So you think he's just doing it for attention?
Yeah,
100%. Now because again, as a human being, if you watch, even if he's talking to me and I'm upset and pissed off, he was floating on a fucking cloud. You know what I'm saying? He was zinning right there. You feel me? You don't hit that with negative energy because it wasn't any at all. Now the way LL was more aggressive. Hey man, this DJ, I ain't gonna say his name, but you know what I'm talking about. Like
But even hearing how LL came off, right? Sometimes, like my pops always told me, every action causes a reaction, and how that reaction come to you, you can't get mad because you started. So like, if I punch you in your shit and I decide to shoot you up, but if you never punched me, I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta take what come to you. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has feelings and emotions towards stuff, and LL come from shit with shit. He put a lot of work in, bro. You know what I'm saying? He put a lot of work in and paid ways and shit for a motherfucker to be talking ignorant, talking stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's just like you. Whatever you doing, you put a lot of work in. What your boy say? I built this shit brick by brick. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna talk myself. You don't like how another nigga talk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just the ignorance that gets you mad. I don't think he more so mad at him because he know how he is. But when you just say something that's just so fucking stupid, ignorant, that you ain't even put no thought into what you said. Like before I say anything, I put a thought into what I'm gonna say because I know whatever backlash come to me, I'm gonna have something. But you dealing with a nigga who like to stir up the pot. You know what I'm saying? He just like 6ix9ine. He like to keep his name and shit, keep fucking with niggas and shit. Feed out negative energy because people feed into negative energy. Oh, Spotify paid this motherfucker $22 million to do podcasts. Yes, a lot of people don't know that $22 million a lot to do podcasts and all this goofy shit because he got a large following and he gonna keep bullshit coming.
Bro, they pay me. Listen, I'm a sellout. They pay me $22 million. Fuck. I'm a dusty ass rapper.
Old poor ass nigga.
Old poor ass nigga.
Get your money up, nigga.
Oh, get your money on, bro, bitches. All you niggas. Cool on D who? That nigga probably still wearing them cheap ass sunglasses, bro.
You right. That's how it is when you have a big following like that, bro. And you got people pushing you money and shit like that, you gotta keep shit stirred up. I guarantee he a puppet, bro. On everything I love, he a puppet, bro. Maybe when he first started, he was doing shit on his own, but he got so big, motherfuckers pay him. He a puppet now.
He let the money. He was always ignorant, but he's a perfect example. I'm trying to think. It was another rapper who said it, but he's a perfect example of what these dudes are called corn dogs.
Culture vultures.
Yeah, or culture vultures or corn dogs. And dudes are like, what's a corn dog? And they was like, it's just a dude who was a weenie before, but now he got money, so he a weenie with bread. Corn dog. You know, like money. And I think that's like one of the biggest things.
I thought you were just saying it as a metaphor.
Yeah, he's a corn dog, a weenie with bread. Like, and when I heard him say that, I was like, wow, like a lot of these guys are, because it's when you don't let the money make you, make the money.
Yeah.
But again, and I say this is hip hop's fault. We've encouraged that if you ain't got money, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
The songs.
But
you ain't got money, you ain't shit. Akademiks is he's from Jamaica, but technically New York, New Jersey. One of it's like that area, East Coast, okay. New Jersey.
So he should. Okay, never mind. Okay, that's even.
He should know, but he was not out there like that. I don't even know if out there like that matters because we wasn't out there. I don't think being out there, and that's another thing I have to get out of my mind ignorantly, that I think like only way you understand or appreciate hip hop is you from the streets, and that's false.
Yeah.
That's a false way. That's an ignorant way of thinking. Like the only way you could possibly understand hip hop is like you gotta be a street nigga. Like, nah, like were we street dudes? No. Did we grow up and go to school, live around, get in fights with, whatever case, quote unquote, street niggas? Yeah, but we all had our own struggles.
Yeah. You learn how to maneuver in the hood, nigga.
Survival. We just, being ghetto is just learning how to survive in your environment.
Yeah.
in that environment.
You was the difference between you was a smart street nigga, right? If a nigga say I'm a street nigga, he's a dumb nigga. Because you know why? As soon as something happens, he gonna make a dumbass decision, go kick in a nigga door and look for trouble and shoot niggas up after a fight. Us niggas, we get into a fight, we going back to the crib. Mama got into a fight. We ain't trying to go back and kill a nigga and shit.
Nah.
It be them dumb.
What your mama do? What your mama do? One or two things. She sit there and tell you, well, baby, you can't fight. Or she take your ass back down the street and make you get your fair one, knuckle up, so make sure there are no other kids jump you. You go out there and you stand up. My mama, I got chased home from school by Antoine and Rashad Wiggins. I'm going to say their names. Rashad and Antoine used to chase me home from school every day. I lived at Harding, but lived on Cordova. Our apartment was directly across the street from Harding. So I dip out, run across the street, get to the crosswalk, run up on the porch, run up and lock the door in the apartment building, and they be at the door banging the door trying to whoop my ass. My mama locked the door one day.
Damn.
I had to stand out on the porch and fight, and I held my own till my brother came up on the porch. He had my back. Bro, and I tell you the crazy shit, as much as these dudes were just trying to be young street, quote unquote dudes at that time, even though this is elementary, but you know how niggas was in elementary. The more we used to do that shit almost every day after school for a while, and it didn't go, it went from being serious to like playful. And it was weird as hell, and it just like.
What position you played in football?
Yeah.
What position you played in football?
Safety and nose tackle.
Corner. Safety, nose tackle, corner, linebacker.
What about you, Jamar?
I started off on the line my first year ever playing in the bench, line and bench. Then I played line and corner. It was weird being a guard but playing corner on defense. That was so weird to me. And then when I got to the 120s or the 130, I think it went up to 130s. I played running back. And then I played.
That's what I'm saying. That was the blessing in disguise. You see what I'm saying? They was training you up, bro, to be a running back. See, you didn't even get the message, bro.
I didn't get the message. Well, thank you, Rashad and Antoine, man. Y'all trained the brother up, bro. All that running.
He was running like I remember that was crazy, man.
Bro, so
and you know, who tried to fight me behind that?
It wasn't Fletcher. It wasn't because you was cool. It was weird. I was getting bullied, but my brother was a fucking grade higher, but cool with all the bully niggas that was in like the grade higher. He hang out with all them niggas. I was like, yeah, it was so weird.
Was it David Brown or something like that? One of them guys?
David Brown. That's what his name was. Something David.
Didn't
we find out he was our cousin later on or some shit?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Off of who? Yeah. Off of who?
It was some weird way through Too Sweet.
That's crazy.
Okay. Wow. But no, because he tried to fight. And to be honest with you, I really wasn't trying to fight Rashad and Antoine. Like, what do I got to gain by fighting them? Like, that's like, you know what I'm saying? But I did step up like, hey, y'all, you know how it went down. You was there.
Yeah.
But he was like, oh, man, you stepped to my cousin, man. You need to step to me. I'm like, man, dude, I'm eating my breakfast. Like, I got this waffle here. I got this little syrup, man. Like, just leave me alone.
Bro, I'm trying to eat my donut. You remember them donuts used to serve us?
Yeah.
Remember them donuts used to get Miguel?
Guess what? They got them bitches down here at a place called Rose Grocery Store.
Are you serious?
Yes, bro.
Yep. You lying.
On everything I love, bro.
I will cash app you. I need that, man.
Yeah, listen, I go every Sunday, bro. I go every Sunday. I get them shits, bro. When I saw them shits, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, where y'all get it? That man was bear hug with the motherfuckers in a grocery cart.
Man. Oh, those things was so live.
Yeah.
At least I remember them being so live, but maybe I was just hungry.
No, that was live. They was live.
They going around those way. You want your donut?
You want your donut? Hey, you hate it if you had a donut, it was like over reheated because they were basically thrown in a microwave type oven.
It'd be hard.
It'd be hard. You like, man, I'm still eat this motherfucker, but man.
Yeah, I'm pretty much sure them bitches was unsafe though, bro. But them bitches used to slide though, bro.
They did that, bro. Even if you told me they was unsafe now, I still eat one every now and then.
My stomach hurt.
But how about this? My next question to y'all is this. Can you remember when you fell in love with hip hop, and who was the first artist at your young age that you can really remember? He might not even be your favorite artist now, but whether your parents listened to it or whatever case, who was that first artist that really stuck out to you, was like, I like rap?
I go. I'm gonna be real with you, right? Like, I like Bloomer and with music, but I always listened to Biggie and Pop. Always Biggie and Pop. But it was just I was listening to it, right? And when I got reunited back with my mom's side and I came to Florida, I came down south, it was a whole fucking other vibe. I went to a concert. They do a concert here every year. It's a free concert. Big artists come to. I never forget, bro. I'm getting goosebumps. I never forget. I was 14, bro. I experienced my first concert. Fucking Goody Mob came on the stage, bro. Goody Mob, touch what I never touched before, seen what I never seen before. Look up and see bro. The motherfucker, they was throwing out CDs and shit. And when they was there, bro. But that shit was so fun. Like, that's the first concert I've ever been to. It's like it's a different feeling from just hearing shit on the radio than actually getting to be there and be, bro. I'm talking about close up on all these motherfuckers jumping in the crowd and shit, bro. And like, it just changed my whole aspect of just music and just not just hearing it, but actually listening to struggles and listening to pain and knowing what it takes to even fucking make a song. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand how it is to even make a song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the work you gotta put into it and shit like that. So, like I say, I've always been on all my favorite artists. My favorite two artists is always gonna be Pac and Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Those are my go-tos every day when I wake up. But as far as like, you know, some storytelling shit, man, I had gotten a Goody Mob. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of branched me out to start listening to pretty much everybody, to really listen to music. You know what I'm saying? Before I only listened to a couple of people. And then, like, when I heard that shit, I just grabbed everybody's shit and I just started listening to music. And that's when I kind of got in tune just to pretty much everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it happened with me.
Yes, sir. The 80.
No, I man, Goody Mob, man, that's the heart right there. I was listening to him yesterday. Soul Food was on repeat, man. It's just a good record. I think, and this is, man, I'm gonna sound like an old head, but back in the day, this is maybe like 1980. No. This is 1991, 90. Well, Jamar, you know about this music that we was listening to and making. So this is after that. Tupac came out with Tupacalypse Now, and it was a song called Violent on the album. My cousin LeVar was a couple years older, and he was playing the record, but that one song just in the speaker, we had like this small speaker box, and the thump was like, we was like, oh my god, this is the shit. So he took a pen. Oh, shit. Right, he took a pen and literally pausing, play. It took us 2 hours to get through the song, wrote the whole song. So we actually was reading the lyrics and singing this. Like, it was like, I was like, oh wow, this is the shit. This is great. You know what I'm saying? So I think at that moment, like, Tupac had become, you know, my favorite rapper. And still is to this day. Like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't understand the song he was singing at the moment and what the story he was trying to tell, because I was so enamored by the style and the bass and the flow and just the energy of the record. But when I got older and I started paying attention to what he actually said in that song, I was just like, "Oh my gosh, this is the shit!" Like it's like I just fell in love all over again. So it was a man.
That's dope. Of course, like you, Pac is my favorite artist. But if I can say the artist that first got me into hip hop, there's an artist.
Oh, wait. Can I guess?
Yeah.
Fresh Prince.
No.
Duh.
But
because you saw my blinker, like you know what happened. We heard. You saw my
I know we heard that, but this is beforehand. This was because it's the first rap song I ever remember, and it was LL Cool J.
Oh shit! I'm bad.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Hearing that, and I was like, "Oh my!"
We was jumping on the bed.
Yeah.
That shit made you want to fight and shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I can rap quite like I can. I take a muscle out, man, and put his face in the sand.
Yeah.
And I still know that damn song by heart to this day. It was LL, and then it was LL, and weird enough, like I'm still old enough to remember sneaking to watch or getting to watch Colors.
Yeah.
The movie Colors, and then hearing hearing Ice-T Colors. Dude, and I used to be like, wow. And then Kool Moe Dee, a Wild West. But the Fat Boys movie, also, me and my bro, I don't know if you remember, but it was a Fat Boys movie when they was like working at a nursing home or whatever the case. Like,
you can eat.
But
hey, what was it called? The Disorders. Right?
Yeah, bro, that movie.
This was way back though.
Way back, the Fat Boys was the shit. So watching that movie, but LL started off. I ain't gonna lie, LL started off as my favorite rapper until I heard Tupac. It was LL. And I liked other rappers. I respected. I knew who Ice-T was. I knew who Kool Moe Dee was. I've heard, of course, Let Me Clear. I heard all that. Heard the Fat Boys. I loved Heavy D. I was a super huge MC Hammer fan. But when I heard Tupac, it was nobody.
Brenda's got a baby.
It was passion. Yeah, it was just passion. It was just. It was like. Yeah.
Can I ask you a minute to cut you off? I gotta get this out. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did Tupac make you feel some way about being black, bro?
Yes.
I don't know what it was about him, but he made you feel like, that's okay to be black, nigga. Like,
yes,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? Like,
yes.
He made that shit seem cool, like, you know what I'm saying? When other people was just down with this shit, like he was on some other shit. But I had to say that, though.
No, bro, that was the perfect thing. It was because that's what Pac made you feel. It was emotional. It was spiritual. It was revolutionary. It was pride, but it still had that gangster side, that tough gangster side to it. But it had that sensitive. Pac embodied like how a black man. That's what it is. It's all the emotions a black man was feeling, right or wrong.
Yeah.
That's what Pac embodied when you listen to him. He represented the rage. He represented the passion and the love, but at the same time, the lust and the not trust for women. The black revolutionary. I love my people. To I'm willing to die for women. To like I love my fucking mother. And that's one of the qualities about most black men back then. Like, yo, you can talk a whole bunch of shit. Call my daddy a bitch, a sucker, whatever the case. Don't you say nothing about my mama. The mama jokes to get your ass.
Dear mama.
We be roasting. The mama jokes to get your ass whooped quicker than anything else will.
That's a fact.
Hey, even if we ain't have a relationship with your mama, what, man?
What you say about my mama? What you say about? Be out there, bro. I'm from the era of you be so pissed off, you sitting there mad, crying, wanting to fight. Like you're gonna talk about my mama.
Oh man.
But that's just it's hip hop. Like my mom listened to rap music because she was young enough when it was popping, but she still had her old school. Like me and my bro, we were blessed enough that we grew up growing up in our era. Even you, Miguel, you're old enough for it. Our era was hip hop, but R&B was still so prevalent. So you got to get a nice mixture.
Yeah,
like we grew up on the guys, the Jodeci's. Like we were still too young in a way, in a sense, to listen to Jodeci, but we heard it. The Air Halls, the Boys to Men. So when you grow up and you get to listen to Boys to Men, for us, it makes you appreciate vocalization, like vocals. So, yo, I want to hear some freaky shit. I know Jodeci. If I want to hear niggas sing their heart out, I know Boys to Men. Like you just, it gave you variety. We grew up in variety. Like, bro, we grew up in the era where there was East Coast, West Coast, down south.
They sounded different.
We saw the difference. So we got variety. Like, bro, you remember you can go to school and tell who a dude listen to by the clothes they wear to school. Chris Cross. Yeah, you knew who listened. You knew who was Chris Cross. We knew who was Bone fans. You know when Wu-Tang came out. Tell me you knew who all the niggas that listened to Wu-Tang, the way them boys dressed when they came to school. Like they was the clothes they was wearing. Or when they was
the marker, I had the W on my backpack, so I get it.
But you know what's crazy about music, how much influence it has to the point where they gotta keep changing it. Because think about it, right? When we was in school, right? Let's go straight to high school.
Yeah.
If we did approach girls and when we talk to girls, it's not the same as if you go talk to a woman right now. Nigga, what the fuck you want? Like, it was nothing like that, bro. It was more calm because look at the music that was out.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't no music. I don't need no nigga, fuck a nigga, fuck nigga free, and all that shit. So when you produce all this music, it gives everybody in these different elements, you know what I'm saying, just to act stupid and act fucking crazy. That's like if you go back to our parents, all their music was mellow. You know what I'm saying?
It was chill.
It was chill, bro. Like, dog, music has, and you white people figure this shit out, man. Music has a heavy influence, bro.
They know.
For actions of people, bro.
What about this, Miguel? What about this? What if? Remember back? Well, you remember? I wasn't there. We'll remember. This is history. Back in slavery times, when Africans used to sing songs to coordinate movements and things. What if white people learned from that and used that same thing against us? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I know it's.
I wouldn't be surprised because white people been studying us our whole.
That's what I'm saying. So wouldn't that be the thing that set us free is the thing that now has us
setting us back.
That keeps setting us back.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is
a crazy thing.
Hey, they say you control the mind, the body will follow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, the shit deep, man. It's just I miss them days, man. I miss coming home and you always can tell if my auntie was in a bad mood depending on what music she was playing. Listen, if I walk in, that slow music playing with I smell some cornbread and cooking going on.
It's good.
It's all. Yeah, man, it was good old times, man. Shit's so different.
Oh, love and happiness. You come home like, oh, shit's good. Walking with your book bag on.
Come dance with your mama. Come dance with your mama.
When you come home and certain songs playing, you're like, oh, shit.
The fuck I done did.
Yeah. Bro, I think I know this for a fact, and this is not a racist statement, but we all understand the burden that comes with this that we wear. But I know the joy, the passion, the love, the strength, the pride that I also get with it. That survivor mentality. I used to think like your race was a definite. I used to think and then fight against your race was a definition of who you are. But the reality of in this world is that whether you like to admit it or not, your race is a definition of who you are. Because it's how people first define you, look or react to you. It's something that you have to either fight to prove that it doesn't matter or fight to prove that it does matter. The world makes us, whether we want to or not, realize, understand, fight for or against our color of our skin. And I wouldn't trade being black for no other race in the world. It's hard. And I know we say different things like, yo, about what the black women have to go through or whatever. And it's hard for everybody. I won't judge nobody's struggle, not nobody struggle down. Here's what I have learned in life. Life has taught me this. A woman, regardless of race, color, or creed, at some point she shall get the benefit of the doubt. A woman will eventually by somebody be looked down on. Even a black woman, or given the benefit of the doubt, or given a second chance, or taken advantage of, or given comforts and luxuries so that she can be taken advantage of. A black man, there is no forgiveness. There is no thing unless they can get something out of us, manipulate, use us to manipulate our own people.
Right.
And it's never to knock nobody else's trauma down, because I know women have their own, if black women have their own issues, fuck it. Mexican women, Latinas, period, go through their own struggle in this country, in this world. So I'm never going to be the person to sit there and say my struggle is greater than anybody else's struggle. But us as men of color, boy, oh boy, have we felt the sting of struggle. Yeah. Back to hip hop. Hip hop has helped us fight through those struggles. Hip hop has helped us find brotherhood through those struggles. And if we're being honest, hip hop has also provided energy and negative information to make us continue to stay in those struggles. It's a gift and a curse, but that's life. And no race is perfect. Heavy metal has been responsible for a call to be responsible, fairly or unfairly, to suicides or people running around being
drugs
and killing people and running and shooting up concerts and so forth and so on. Even country music has attributed to people even the blues. Every art form has a positive and a negative side to it. That's just life. But I know what hip hop has done for me. We wouldn't be here podcasting. Me and my bro wouldn't have done rap music and been in New York with big time manager, producer, even if it was in the 80s, 70s and 80s and whatnot, with our cousin Royale Bangin'. Hip hop is what helped make me and my brother's bond be closer. Hip hop is what helped me go on the podcast, and what also helped me sit there and meet this brother Dialo Bandz right there. So I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for it all. Like, yo, like shout out to Jeff Fly Clothing. That shirt, bro. Hip hop is head monster. Getting head came from what? Hip hop. She's a monster. What? Hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, it's everywhere. It is one of the most influential things. So it's a gift and a curse, but it's a blessing. And I think all of us, even you bend over, understand the parental advisory stickers now in our adulthood more than ever in our childhood that we was whatever. Back to what Charleston White said, it's about that development. Growing up and being able to mature, it's called discernment. I'm as a mature man now, I'm able to, luckily we had good growing up, but I was able to discern the bullshit from the real shit or understand that some shit is just fucked up and I don't want to do it. I don't want to go to jail or fuck that. Man, if the police me and my bro was more afraid of our parents than we was the police growing up. Like, bro, please don't. Better yet, if you call my mom, if you call the cops, they better take me to jail. Don't let her get us. Bro, don't let our parents get us. We'd rather go to jail. Lock me up. Throw away the key. Don't let this motherfucker get me.
Yeah, facts.
But I want to, bro, you got any announcement for anything coming up? Anything else coming up or whatever case before I go to Miguel for anything to close out?
Not necessarily, but just thank you and thank Miguel, man. You guys have made this such a great evening. I mean, we talked about some crazy topics because, you know, people popped off with some things, but I think we brought some intellectualism to it. I think we brought some common sense to it. I thought we brought some historicity to it. And hopefully if this gets listened to or watched, man, you know, that'll add to somebody's value. Because in a sense, hip hop has given us bricks and we've just built on top of that and become the people that we are. So without it, we wouldn't be anywhere near who we are. And I'm thankful for it. I mean, again, I remember, you know, man, I can't remember that stupid tape box we had, but I remember, I don't even know how we got the LL Cool J tape, to be honest with you, but we got a hold of that. We got it, though. Yeah, we got a hold of that bad boy, and it just was like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. Driscoll Hotel.
Roof up his teeth.
Like, we don't even know what that is. I
don't know.
But it just made you feel connected to something that was bigger than you.
Tina got a big old butt. I know what told you I be true. Tina got a big old butt. So I believe you. Mr. Bendover, aka Dialo Bandz. Bro, any words you want to say?
I ain't got much, man. Like I said, I really appreciate y'all bringing me on the show. It gets to show another side of me, a little intellectual side. You know what I'm saying? I ain't always funny all the time and shit, but I do like to have a good time. And like you say, man, you know, hip hop was a big thing to. It brought a lot of unity to when we were disconnected for a long time, whether if it was bad or good. You know what I'm saying? You know, positive or good, but it did bring a lot of people together and bring some form of identity to ourselves and to the culture and stuff like that. So, you know, I remember if shit when in a boombox era, you had to get a boombox, bro. Like, I need me a motherfucking boombox. Walk around with the big ass D batteries and shit, trying to put them bitches back.
Yeah.
I'm at the motherfucking basketball court with my motherfucking pumps and shit. Got the boombox on the side playing and shit. I'm like, damn, why you ain't charging batteries up, cuz? We need some batteries.
Boom. Big ass speaker on your shoulders, like.
Hey, and then it seemed like every year they kept coming out with a bigger and bigger boombox. I'm like, damn, I gotta get another one, man. Shit.
Bro, hip hop. I'm gonna tell you right now, real quick, and I'll let you finish. Yeah. Hip hop made me love the Transformer dude that turned into a stereo.
Jazz.
Hip hop made me love that dude because all I could see was him, and in my mind I picture Radio Raheem or just hip hop with speakers, and I'll be like, bro, I want me a boombox system still, just to be able to put it on my shoulder like Radio Raheem with the rings on and everything, just walking like.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Miguel. I had to say that. I was gonna lose my train of thought.
Yeah, but like I say, man, hey, whoever listened to it, man, I appreciate everybody who came before you and give me the opportunity to give me this knowledge to pursue even doing something. You know what I'm saying? So, everything got to be started from somewhere, and I appreciate the ground zero people who ain't really earned. They you know what I'm saying? They just do to things. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that people who are profiting off this shit, we change their minds to people who still living and respect and pay homage to it instead of buying $1,000 worth of jewelry and doing, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. But that's about it, man. Anyway, man, check your boy out, man. Dialo_Bandz on TikTok, Instagram, Miguel Alvarado on Facebook. And just put in Dialo Bandz, DIALOBANDZZ. It'll pull me up. Spotify, Pandora, Deezer, all my music and everything, and man, and I appreciate y'all let me come on.
Not a problem.
Be a part of everything y'all let me be a part of. You know what I'm saying? Y'all allow me to, coming to me, allow me to be who I am. You know what I'm saying? I probably, I probably wouldn't even be this. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm at, this is even the motivation to keep me just doing what things. So you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that,
bro. You appreciate it, yo. We supposed to hit you up. Morgan's meeting is about getting actually with him. Working out a deal for some merchandise because he made all them shirts and stuff. So we got somebody to go ahead and make the shirts and stuff. We're just working out a deal with him because he made all them shirts and shit himself and whatnot at his crib.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. You told me. So that's what tonight's about.
That's what tonight's about. Yeah, Morgan wants to talk about.
I had no idea. I thought it was okay. Okay, all right, cool. All right,
okay. Actually, you know what? I do have, Doris. Let's jump into that real quick, and then we'll end it.
You want me to put a thing?
Yeah, play the thing.
All right, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Get ready to step inside the mind of your co-host, Tia McRae, with her segment, You Know What, Doris? Okay, Tia, the world is listening. Tell them what's on your mind. And with no further ado, here is... You know what, Doris?
You thought it was gonna be Tia, huh? But it's me, huh, bitch? Huh? Sitting there coming you like Julie, huh? Sitting there talking about I'm messing with chicks even if they got a pad on, pull it to the side, huh? No, I'm just joking. Yo, on some real shit, you know what, Doris? I'm sick of these motherfuckers coming into the art form and not appreciating the motherfucking formation, the foundation, the understanding, the growth, and the realization of what this thing is that we all love, that has all put food on a bunch of people's table, thing called hip-hop.
Preach.
If you can't understand it, if you can't appreciate it, or you want to only go rob it and be a grave digger and just eat off of hip-hop, but not pay respect and homage to those that came before it, get the fuck out of it. We don't need that. I think one of the biggest things is we love our people. We hate each other so much, but we love to create excuses for each other so much in the sense of like, yo, if they're getting money, give them a slide, give them a pass, give them a pass. Yeah. So much that we let vultures, these culture vultures, eat off our fucking culture, our lifestyle, our pain, our suffering, our growth, our joy, so much because they're making money off of it. And if we say anything about anybody making money, they want to call you a hater. It's not being a hater. It's just like, yo, if you love the art form enough, it's not about the money. It's about the feeling. It's about the inspiration. It's about the joy. It's about the passion. It's about the love. It's about the suffering. It's about the storytelling. It's about the motivation, the inspiration, the drive, the thing that keep us going to fight against those that try to keep us down in the nation.
Preach.
Not trying to be poetic and shit, but the fact is this. Hip-hop has saved lives, changed lives, taken men who would have had nothing and turned them into millionaires, some into billionaires. And others, it's just keeping them alive and out of the gutter and not in a jail cell. So you know what, Doris? Hip hop has saved me. Hip hop has brought new friends, brothers, sisters, and so many more people because of our united love for hip hop into my
Remember,
life.
you got suspended for fighting for hip hop.
That is true. I did. And I love it. And I get suspended for fighting again over hip hop. The point I'm making for you, just you know what, Doris, is this. Bro, sometimes hip hop is like a real love relationship. The person you love is not perfect. It's not always gonna make you feel good. It's gonna make you sad. But if a person that you love really loves you back, they'll inspire you, they'll change you, they'll motivate you, they'll push you, they'll make you believe in yourself when no one else will. And hip hop embodies all of that and then some. So you know what, Doris? Hip hop has saved me. And I'm hoping that the true essence of what hip hop really stands for can save those. So that's my you know what, Doris. So as we get ready to end this out, I want to give a shout out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
My bad. I hit the wrong button.
I want to give a shout out to Deep Throat Conversations, a shout out to Queens with Attitude, a shout out to Product of the 80s, a shout out to Pussy Talks, a shout out to It's a Hard Knock Life, which is coming on tonight, should be coming on tonight next. I haven't talked to you. And Bucket Naked Podcast coming back on tonight. It's been a while and we ain't been loose and fucking crazy with it. I want to shout out Pastor Bendover, aka Big Spank Dog, aka Pastor Bendover, Mr. Bendover, just Dialo Bandz. Thank you for coming on again, brother. You've been amazing. And your contribution, not only to comedy, bro, but your contribution to hip hop is appreciated and will be celebrated.
Yeah.
Yo, this is Black V signing off from True Films Entertainment, aka also from AAA Productions. I want to send a shout out to my brother D80 because without him, there is no AAA, there is no Truth, there is none of these other podcasts. Without his belief and push and us having the same dream that hip hop inspired us to have, we wouldn't give you none of this shit. So he's a driving force. He's the one who motivates, keeps me in check, and believes in me when nobody else does.
Okay.
We wouldn't be here. So I thank you for it. God bless y'all. Oh, shout out to Tia. I love you. God bless y'all. Good night. Until next time.